Guys, today I have a special challenge for you. I wanna go by R1 R1 train to Sant Pol and see whether I can get there on time. If it's really so terrible as they are saying. So right now we have to go to the platform 3. Just make sure that you looked up the right train on the timetable. Okay. My advice to go to the very beginning of the train, because sometimes 2 parts of the train are disconnected and you can get stuck in this part because like it's not connected to the main train. If I don't know if I am expressing myself, so make sure you go further towards the head of the train. So right now, as I've told you, right now I will be entering this wagon with the attachable platform, great for people with stroller and with wheelchairs. So yeah. While there is nobody here, I will tell you in general how this wagons look like. You know, right now it's the first station. There are not many people right here. So my main objective for today is to verify whether this train will get to its destination on time. We'll go to Sant Pol, which is a very problematic station, generally speaking, because usually these trains, the R1 trains, are notorious for being late or cancelled, or there are some works or something is going on, or there is an accident, the suicide. So in this case the traffic gets blocked, and yeah, all the motorists are on. So let's see whether we'll survive this ride. Oh my. Another thing, right now the train seems very clean, but sometimes people are smoking pot, and it's not very advisable for people with kids to sit next to the VC because it smells very badly and it's very dirty. Another thing to keep in mind is that although there is a Rodalies application, I don't recommend to look up for the trains weather because it's never precise. You better ask for the information in the station. And yeah, just let's test the luck today. I will be informing you live, you know, in vivo, how the things are going. Right now it's 9:16 and it's supposed to start moving around 9:18 or something. So let's see what it's doing. So now you can see the train is empty. Another piece of advice: if you are traveling to the coastal villages, as I am doing right now, my advice is just to sit down next to the window on your right, because here you'll see the sea, the beaches, the coastal area, and it will be a very pleasant scenery. So the only drawback is kind of the sun is bothering me, so the glasses, nice sunscreen. So guys, we're still waiting. The train doesn't start, although it's already 9:18. So well, if it leaves in the next 10 minutes, it's already an achievement, because usually it can be delayed up to 30 minutes. So let's cross the fingers. So guys, a little bit of story. Right now, the Rodalies Renfe has announced that we have the free, trips We don't have to pay till the end of March because they had some issues. There were a lot of accidents, and there was this mortal accident in the rapid train tram de larga distancia next to Madrid. So they introduced the free tickets. Although the service is terrible, it just gets cancelled constantly, and there are lots of areas cut, and they're not functioning because there's some works going on. But well, people have to go over. They have to get to their destinations. So, oh, by the way, this sound feels we are living right now. So, thanks God. It seems it's kind of more or less punctual. And yeah, we start our journey at 9:23 sharp. So let's see how the trip will be going. And yeah, what I was talking about. So the ride is free for everyone till the end of March, although we have to get the tickets and to pass them through the tickets control terminal. Here we see another train, passing by. Actually, sometimes they stop the train to let another one go, so using the pass, so to say. And yeah, so we'll be watching how our trip will be unfolding today. Stay tuned. It's another piece of advice, just whenever you're planning your trip by train, especially this area one, which has a very bad thing, my advice to check everything in the evening online, because sometimes they have the strikes, and the service gets paralyzed entirely or partially. So it's important to keep in mind, especially if you have to change the trains in Sants, which is a very big station here in Spain, in this line where people are changing for the trains that go to other countries, to other cities. And yeah, just for not to have unpleasant surprises. Although in Renfe and Rodalies everything is possible, I'm telling you. So now we are entering the tunnel. This train is great to get to the coastal villages like Badalona, Mangat, Mataró, Sant Pol, Blanes. And yeah, it's the only option. Actually, you can get Hospitalet, Massans, Hospitalet, Mataró, Hospitalet, Blanes. Everything goes there. Just keep in mind that in summer it could be really packed. And the earlier you start your journey, the better, because usually there are a lot of foreigners and tourists taking this train, especially when you go to Barcelona by Badalona. And that's basically it. We'll be giving you the updates. Now we are approaching to Sants. So now we're approaching to Sants, and I suspect there will be a lot of people entering because it's one of the biggest stations on this line. But we're fine because once you take the train in Hospitalet, there are a lot of seats, and you don't have to worry about the vacant places. And in this wagon with the attachable platform, there is a lavatory VC, which I actually don't recommend to use with a lot of people because it's not very clean. Well, if you have an emergency, you have a way out of the situation for sure. There is actually a joke among the users of this line that when it goes well, like today, it's kind of suspicious, and we're all surprised. We are not surprised when it has delays and cancellations. So fingers crossed, so fast and good. Let's keep on traveling. The next station is Plaza Catalunya. Make sure you watch your belongings because here there are a lot of thieves and people leaving their bags, and sometimes, there are lots of robberies. So. Okay guys, so far so good. As you can see, we are moving quite rapidly. It's 10:53 right now. Hopefully we'll get to the final destination on time. And yeah, I will be keeping you updated. Okay guys, I wanted to tell you the thing about those tickets. Right now they're free of charge, but you have to have those by all means and to validate them before and after using the train.
It says BONO GRATUIT, which means free of charge, and it indicates the final day of usage and the zones from 1 to 6. I suspect it might be free even after the end of the month, but just you have to check this information on the website. Okay guys, little update. Right now we're moving quite rapidly, no delays so far. Everything is great, the weather is gorgeous, so I expect us to arrive at the final destination quite soon. So yeah, today we have nice and pleasant journey. No interruptions, no delays, no cancellations. So this gesture is actually prohibited in Spain. According to the law, they say it's not a nice idea to put your feet on the seats. So out of nice education, just put them down. Okay, guys. Sometimes when you need to use the bathroom, it can be closed. So just make sure you're not in emergency state. Because right now, oh yeah, like this. This red sign. And well, today it's kind of it's clean, so nothing interesting. Hey guys, a little update. Right now it's 10:36. We are here in our final destination, Sant Pol. They would say the journey was quite pleasant, no delays, no disruptions, nothing out of normal, and it's a nice day to reach Sant Pol. And yeah, today actually the train surprised me. I'm stressed because everything was on time and we were not stuck somewhere in the middle of the tunnel, in the middle of nowhere. And we'll see what the day will bring to us and what the trip back home will look like. So it's not still at the end of the day. Stay tuned. Little update. Kind of I didn't say bye in a proper way the last time I talked to you in Sant Pol. The day went through without any major disruptions and I came back home normally without any delays, but today I'm waiting for the train to Mongat, and I looked up on the screen. They were saying it's Mataró, you know, in 3 minutes. I go there, I go up and it's gone. So right now we're waiting for the Blanes R1 to come up in 7 minutes. But well, you know what I wanted to say, always check the real situation on the rails, because neither application nor the screen give the proper information. I'm just telling you, it's kind of ridiculous. It's a circus. You can never guess what's going on. It's like a lottery. So stay tuned. On announcing via uno Blanes R1, but you know, there is no train. Oh yeah, I think it's coming up, but the delay will be considerable because it already has delay in arrival. So you see, the situation with the trains is really bad, and you never know whether you can come to the destination at all, because many times I had to come back home instead of waiting. But yes, I think right now the train is coming up. Actually, look, I see it in the distance. It's coming up. Thanks God. Finally. Friends, to sum up, it's really frustrating that you can't rely on this train. You can never know when it will come to the destination, and my advice is to plan your trips beforehand, because it's really like, it's a mess up. No information in the application, no information on the screen, and yeah, let's see whether I will be able to start and to take off eventually. If not, I will have to go back home. So I was waiting for the train to Blanes to kick off finally, and then, you know, after almost 20 minutes of delay, they announced by the loudspeakers that we had to change for the train to Mataró in totally other platform. Can you imagine this mess? Why not to say this beforehand? Why not to tell people, like, you know, in advance, so they can walk without running in general? You know, I'm very, very angry. Like always, I was almost on my verge of leaving and going home. Plus, yes, of course, they've made the fee free of charge, so that you know if something happens, you know they say, okay, what do you want? You don't pay, so what are you asking for? So finally, we kicked off in the train of Erum with the destination to Mataró. We'll see how the journey will be unfolding. Anyway, you know, it's really messed up, and I don't recommend you to use this service at all. But you know, to plan it accordingly. Because if you have a plane, if you have enough train, you can basically lose it. Okay, another thing, you know, when we were asked to change the train was too long. Just make sure you go towards the end, the head of the train, because usually it can get disconnected. So you know, you will be basically sitting in the disconnected part, waiting for nothing. It won't be connected to the main system. So it's really ridiculous. Go to the first or second wagon just to make sure you see. I don't know what's going on. We are moving slowly and still not even arrived to Sant. Anyway, you know, the train is really a very unreliable means of transportation, and if we ever stopped in the tunnel, even not one stop covered. So I guess I will go to the coastal area today because I'm kind of scared to go there with this wreath. I have to be back to my town by noon. So you see what's going on. My plans have been ruined. I'm thinking to go to Barcelona and show you some other beautiful places instead, but well, it's crazy. Again, you know, I'm really pissed